Well, hi, good morning, and thanks so much for joining me here in my shop. Today is, what is the date today? Today is May 25th. It's been quite a few days since I've been in the shop here. A number of you sent me emails asking what's gone wrong. Nothing went wrong. The weather changed outside and went from being cold, gray and lousy to beautiful and sunny, and so it's been every day. And I've been outside with my wife doing gardening and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I made a couple of attempts here in my shop, but I couldn't bring myself to work in here. Today it's rainy, so I'm a little more comfortable with doing work in here. So, and what I'm going to be doing is finishing the alignment on this radio. I think I did the IF alignment, came out kind of okay. And now it's time to do the RF alignment. So that's what I'm going to be setting up for. Okay, let's take a look at the schematic here. My radio is this one over here, so we'll zoom in on that. And there's a big chart down here. Here it is, and we've done 1 and 2, number 3. 300 ohms. So I have a 300 ohm resistor back here, 330 in fact. Frequency setting 20, so we're starting on the highest band here. First band is the highest band, 21,500. 21,500. So you can read here fairly carefully. It says 21,063, so we're ready to go there. The band we want to be on, and make sure I'm on the right band here too. Oh, that's correct. Okay. Maybe we should turn the radio on at this point and get it warming up. So let me just check. Everything looks okay. Okay, here we go. Now, while it's warming up, I've placed this. This is a thing you put in your shelves, you know, to put your cans of soup on. So I find these handy. I have this sitting on top of the radio chassis, and then I have this camera right here hanging from it. And this is so you can see what the camera's looking at. It's on the left top of the screen there. That's the tuning, back of the tuning dial with a grid on it. First thing we got to do is check and see if 0 is 0. Now it's upside down because the camera's upside down, and I can't sort that out. I tried, but I can't. Perfect. So this black pointer is a temporary pointer I've put in here. You can kind of see it here. There's a clip, and then it's just a twist tie. Come back here to make the pointer. Because I have the camera attached to the radio chassis, essentially I can swing it around here, and the camera angle against the back here doesn't change, but I better not move this. A little bit of parallax won't hurt. This is not that, this band anyway, it's not that precise. Now, if we look at the instructions, I'm going to zoom up a little bit here. Okay. 21,500, 162 degrees. So this is where we need to dial the radio to 162. You guys get the impression I've done this already? I have. I actually was in here a couple of days ago, and I shot a bit of video, and in the middle of it I just stopped and went outside. Because it's just too nice. So I'd say that's 162. Look at how precise this has to be. So no real precision on this band. I'll say that's pointing at 162 there. Now the actual frequency, 21, where is it? 21. So I have the radio tuned to 21.5. The radio's picking up 21.55. Isn't that suspicious? Because that's roughly 455 out. That's odd. So I guess I did do this. It wasn't going well, and I packed it in and went outside to be in the sun. And I'm right at the it's not going well point. I think what I need to do is really determine where the local oscillator actually is on this radio. So the way I'm going to do that is with the SDR. And I'm going to use this is the SDR antenna lead here. Pretend this is a pickup coil. And it's going to put this somewhere back here in hopes of it picking up some of that local oscillator signal. Try it like that. Let me pop it up on the screen here. Okay, look at that. 21.455. That's very curious. Okay, so we're just going to start this guy up. Wait a minute. Start him up. Now, if we really are tuned to 21, then the local oscillator should be at 21.455. So we look on here, 21.455 would appear to be not quite on there. Well, maybe it's this, but I think it's this tall one. Let's check it out. So now on the SDR, what I found is when I'm doing this, you see lots of things moving around. One of them is particularly strong. That's the one that's I'll point it out. That's this one right here. Obviously, look at the bottom here. So there's another one over here too. Ignore it. A lot of this I think is the SDR, but I'm really not sure yet. And see how lots of that stuff just zooms at a high rate, a rate that's not related directly to what's happening now. They're all going to collide in one spot. So, you know, these weird things I see on the SDR when I'm doing this kind of work, they're there with almost every radio, and frankly, I still don't fully understand what I'm seeing. Look at that, eh? I guess what you can't see, you can't quite see my hand. So let's just pull this down here. This is what I was doing here. So, and where's that? That's all bundling up 21.9, so I don't know if it means anything. Weird, eh? Okay, but just ignoring all that other stuff and just paying attention to the main thing. The main thing now is at 21.800, just near the blue bar there. So if we want this radio to tune in 21 megahertz, we want the local oscillator at 21.455, which would be about here. I'm going to move the red indicator here. There we are. So I now have set the local oscillator in the old radio to 21.455. It's ready to tune 21 and should be absolutely precise if the IF is really 455. 21. And you can hear it there. That's about as close as I'm going to get on my frequency counter and everything. So that's great. So 21 is tuning 21. Now is that the only place we pick up 21 on here? One. So I'm looking for the image signal. Looking, what am I doing? I'm not doing it right. Let's do it right. Let me go back. Not doing it right, Jim. Let's go back here. Should be plenty loud now. It's really weak. I'm pounding a full steam signal into the antenna of this radio, and it's hardly coming out. Let's go look on some more. There's something funny going on. We gotta get this one right before I try anything else. Well, that's a lot louder. What did I have here? Okay, so that's probably an image there. I mean, I shouldn't put it that way. I better take that back. So we'll tune this in. And what I don't have in the picture here is my meter. I'm going to get this guy going too. So this clip lead is connected to a point where I can pick up the AVC voltage in the radio. It's a negative voltage, so it's a little hard to see on the meter here. So the meter is set to read negative upscale, and I just got too much light in my shop, but you can see it's gone upscale a little bit. 15 volt scale, it's about 5 volts of AVC. Now I'm going to tune the radio to make that maximum. Make that maximum. That's how I know the radio is tuned absolutely precisely. There it is. Now what I'll do is I'm going to give the radio strong signals other than 21 and see if any of them come out of the radio. So we're going to take a look at the... So typically you would go... I don't know. I'm thinking too hard. Don't think. Just do. Anywhere else. Oh. There's an image of roughly 900 higher. And that should be it. Just wired another one. Let's get down now. So if there was actually a strong shortwave signal at this frequency, and I had the radio tuned to 21, there's a chance this radio will pick this signal up along with the 21. And that's the whole image problem. And you wouldn't necessarily know what you're listening to here when you've tuned in 21 is actually being broadcast up here. Something like that can go on. Radios. So when I go down 21, we should hear it. Now I'm going to go below. Nothing should happen. And nothing has happened. Good. So I've aligned the radio without a doubt with the IF, with the local oscillator 455 above the target frequency, which I'm pretty sure is correct. That would mean this radio is done because I've already done the local oscillator. It turns out to be pretty good. Let's just double check that before we move on. So it should be at 162. And you should get exactly 21,500 out of this. 21. What did I do? Yeah, I did everything right except I tuned the radio to the wrong frequency. That's a big, big boo-boo. That's a big boo-boo, Jim. Come on. Okay. Not the end of the world. So what I really need to do... So that means the local oscillator is adjusted incorrectly on here. If I haven't confused myself to all heck. Okay. Yes, all heck. 21,500. I think that's a 5 or a 6. 162. 21.5. Of course it's a 5. Jim, come on. 162. Definitely 162. 21.5. We moved it up. So we'll put this to Now, which one's it? What do I have to adjust? L46. Okay, L46. Which one's L46? LC46. That's confusing. L46. C, CC, CCC. Huh. Oh, look at that. Oh, I think I remember encountering this before, that this is actually labeled wrong. And that really is L46. Wait a minute. You know what? I'm looking at it. So in the back of the radio, a little hard to see in the camera, but the adjustment here is a capacitor. So this really is C46. So then what the mistake is here. Does C46 show up anywhere else? C... No. So that's supposed to be C46. Gotta be. And that makes sense too, because you're up at the high end of the band. And you're doing a C. C46, good. I didn't do anything to that last time. Goodness knows what I did the other day. I was thinking too much about sunshine and plants. Okay, so now we want to make the adjustment here on that capacitor. I don't like these kinds of capacitors to adjust. So I use this hook thing. Now there's a locking sleeve arrangement on this, which often is not locked. Right down at the bottom here. Oh my gosh. What did I didn't touch anything. Something. Definitely not locked. So the idea is this plunger goes up and down. The plunger goes up and down, the capacitance changes. It's not on a thread or anything. It's just a matter of you pushing it up and down. So now I want to move the radio tuning towards away from 21 where it is now towards 21.5. So I'm going to move this in that direction. Oh, too far. Where'd it go? So first thing I got to figure out is whether I got to push that capacitor down or pull it out. So I've set the signal generator in the direction we want to go with it. And now I got to see which way I move this to make it increase. So, yeah. So I can't tell if I'm moving it up or down. Let's go down with it. Okay, down a bit. Now I'll check and see which way that moved. The radio's tuning. It moved it the wrong way. I'll find it down here now. Yeah. So it's a pull up. So I'm going to put this all the way up to 21.5 with the notion I'm going to find it. Okay. Now I'm going to try to pull up, right? Pull up until we hear it. The problem is I could go flying right past the right past it here. So it's coming up a little bit. How much more up can it go? I didn't find it at all. I'm going to pull it right out. Holy smokes. Did I get this entirely wrong? Let's go down. Maybe it's out of range. Let's pull it back up. Oh, wow, I've never had them kind of pop up like that. So where's that now? only made it to 21.2 with that capacitor pulled all the way up. What is going wrong here? What is going wrong? It really is, okay, it's not 162 anymore. I must have bumped it. 162. That can't be that much, can it? Yeah, it made a fair bit of difference. I think I can't get there. 162, 21.5. I don't think this can come up any higher. I think I've hit that. I mean, it's sticking right out of the array. I've never seen one up this high before. Oh, it smokes! It really goes up. It's about to be coming out. I think it will eventually come right out. Let's see where we got to. You see, you know what happened? We've hit the end of the. Even though I'm pulling the shaft out, it's not making much difference anymore. 21.3. Almost 21.4. I'm hesitating because I'm thinking there's something else that's out of sorts here. I haven't. There's been no adjustment to the. Which one of these is the oscillator? Oh. So I think this is the oscillator here. But there's no screw to adjust. There's no screw in the capacitor. So the only oscillator adjustments have to be all these other trimmers that are out here. You know what? There's another trimmer. Hold on. Hold it for it. Look at the next line. Look at the next line, Jim. The next line is you go to the bottom of this band and you fool around with another L12. Okay, we got to do that because that's probably where the problem really is. L12. L12 is down here. 1613 and oscillator 17.7. Okay, all adds up. So we're going to do the L in the hopes that the L down here will change things up there. In fact, we could do it right now, roughly. Yeah, just like kind of on an experimental basis. If I fool with the lower end of the scale adjustment, what does it do to the upper end, which we're listening to? Okay, this is done with a more regular tool. So the question is, what happens when I turn the lower end adjustment to the higher end? Oh, it makes a big difference. Okay, I'm going to push this into more of a neutral spot. This is the other end, into more of a... That was kind of neat. Okay, that's about, say, halfway or so. Now, let's find out where the radio is actually tuning. Okay, so it's down there, and we want to use the wrong adjustment to see if we can move this end of it into close to where it should be. We'll go the direction we want to go, and then we try to find it. Perfect. Go way up. Look at that. This is like it's more sensitive at this end than the other. Okay, down a bit. So yeah, just drop your tool and think for a minute. What's going on here? Does it say in the instructions go back and forth? No, it says, wow, since each end is affecting the other, the C46 and the L12, there's probably a number of combinations that kind of work in a way, but cause nonlinearities in the way the radio tunes, probably. So I've probably done a fairly smart thing by putting one of them into the kind of like a neutral or middle position here. This one, it's still up fairly high. Well, maybe now it's a question of going back and forth, and stretching this thing into its proper place. So having said that, I should quickly go down and see what's happening at the lower end of things. And so that would be 17 degrees. So we'll go down to 17 degrees here. What is that that's blowing around in there? 17. Right. Okay, so that's 17. Now we should be listening to 17.75 if this is working out. And boy, it is not. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll use the lower adjustment to move this where it should go. Okay, move it down. You notice the radio's performance is improving as they get this closer and closer to its target. Well, that's because other elements in the radio have been tuned up, well, properly maybe. And so as I get this corrected, because I've obviously whacked it way out, it's coming into a more sensitive arrangement in the radio. I can put it that way. I can put it any way I want. I forgot what I was doing. Okay, so I'm going to stop at this point, and believe it or not, I'm going to use the wrong adjustment to try to finish it off. Believe it or not. It didn't make much difference at all. So the lower adjustment has a big impact on the upper end. The upper adjustment has a minor impact on the lower end. So, so we made it to 17.8. We're supposed to be at 17.5. What's happened up at the other end? 162. I think getting this first band correct is really important. I suspect. No, you know what? I'll take that back. I was going to say getting this right affects all the others. I don't think that's the case in this radio, in fact. 162 is certainly the case in some radios. You sort of do a main trimmer, maybe it gets one band going. The rest of the trimmers are affected by that main trimmer. So the rest you can think of as sub-trimmers. I don't think that's the case here. Okay, so we're at 162. And now I want to know, well, where are we really? Wow, pretty. No, it's supposed to be at 5. Okay, let's take it up there. We just keep forcing this. It's a long ways up. It's not affecting the other end very much, so let's use the other end. Push this up a little bit higher. Oops. finish it off with the proper one. I think I'm zooming in on something. That's what I think I'm doing. Okay, so 21.5 pretty close now. Let's go to the other end. Maybe this is as close as you get on this band anyway. This band covers a large range of frequencies. And 17. And at 17 we're supposed to hear, I'm confused, 17 degrees we hear 17.75. I've been confused all my life, really. Okay, so that's where we are here now. Pretty sure as I try to correct this end, I'm going to uncorrect the other end. But let's go a little bit at a time here. Also noticing that, well, not necessarily, this coil slug is in quite a ways. You know what else? I'm doing this whole thing on reduced power. Now that wouldn't normally make a big difference in a radio. Made a fair difference in this one. Okay, that's just volume control going down. Okay, let's carry on now. We're at 17. We're at 17, correctly, 17.75. We don't want this to be 17.75. Let's go that far, 17.8. We'll go up to the other end now. There's some mysterious signal there. And we're going up to 162. Right. 162, which is supposed to be 21.5. So we're at 21.3. Okay, try pushing it a little more with this. 21.350. Go a little further. Getting there. Now if I wanted to push it all the way there with the wrong end again, how much does it take? Doesn't take much. So we're at 21.480, almost there at 162. Let's go to the other end. And you can hear the hiss going up and down, going up actually as I tune this down here. I think we're getting better and better at this. 17. Okay, I'm just turning it down by volume control. 17. So we're quite a ways off. Can we get it any closer? $17,750. Quite a ways to get there. But that's 17,750 at 17 degrees. That's 18 degrees I've got on there. That's 17 degrees. Let's check the 0 volts right there. Okay. Let's say that's 17 right there. What's up? Okay, 17. So I was just watching the ABC meter while I was doing that. There we are. We've now got, we're actually touch low, 17, 750, 17, 750. At that end properly. Hey, how do you like that? Let's go see what happened to the other end. 162. Okay, that's 162. So down again. Can we possibly get it up there? So this control is getting a little far out. I'm not sure how much is left of it. Fair bit. 21,360. Way up there now. So 21,400. It's probably the end of the road there. We're still at 162. Oh, wait a minute. That's not 162. That's 158. I think the situation's worse now. No, it shouldn't be. It should be better. Oh, excellent. Okay, my mistake. My mistake. My mistake. Okay, great. It's not great making a mistake. It's great to find one. Down, down. So now we got this right. Do we have this right? Jim, do you have it right? We're at 62. 162. We're definitely right there. And we should be hearing that guy right there. Okay, very close. Wow, I think I can put this right to the spot. And it's just, you know, I'm pretty good at finding the wrong way to do things. Alignment gives you a lot of opportunities for that. A lot of opportunities. Okay. How close is it? Hey, that's good. Okay, finally, 21,500 at the high end. Get this one right now, Jim. Did I get this one wrong too? 17. Definitely 17. And $17.5. Far out. This one way out. Oh no. No. 17.750. See? If there's a way to get it wrong, I'm going to find it. Now, we're right on 17 degrees there. Get this in. Okay. I would say yes, we're right on 17 degrees. And, you know, 17,748. Well, that's it. We're there. Let me just see if I can do a little fine adjustment here. Just watching the ABC meter bop around. Okay, did I actually manage to do it? 17 degrees gives you 17,750. Okay. Now 162, the right 162 this time, not the wrong one. Okay. And what frequency have we got here? A hair above. Correct. So we can move this. Stupidly precise. There it is. Okay, last check. 162, 21.5. Right. I think the last time I was in here, I just totally messed this up. I think that's what really happened. 17? Yes, that's 17. Beautiful. 17. Perfect. 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 Wow. Okay, so now I got those done. The next, I might as well do the next two. We'll just do this top band, and I think that's it for today. C12 and C4. I'd like to C12 and I'd like to C4. Where do you see those? There's C4 and there's C12. Who's first? L12. C12, then C4. Both done at the 21.5 162. Okay, so 162. No! That's all it takes. A little mess up like that. 162. And this should be 21.5. Okay, and we're going to tune the radio tuning dial and get this meter maxed here. There we are. Now I'm going to make those adjustments. Starting with C12. Was it not? Was it not C12? C12, definitely. I just don't make a mistake. And C12, don't make a mistake, is the middle one. C12, in the middle. Okay, watching the meter over here. Down, up, up, up. And that's about it there. It wants to be quite loose. Okay, that's that. That didn't do much. And the other adjustment is done at 15.8. Wait, whoa, Jim, read the right thing. 21.5, same place. Antenna C4, just like I read C4. C4. Okay, watching the ABC meter. Okay, here we go. It's up, up, up. Wants to be loosened right off. And this happens with all these radios. I wonder if the problem is the springiness inside the trimmer is no longer there. So I'm lifting the screw, but the trimmer is not adjusting with it. So let me lift the screw up again. And then I'm going to manually, ooh, almost took the screw right out there. Too high. And I'm going to try to move the plate here. I don't see anything on the meter. Yeah, you know what? I mean, it's opened up to its maximum. So we're not going to get a peak there, which bothers me a lot. I don't like that. I'm not sure what else I can do about it. So this is the what's the frequency range on this? Jim, you've been doing it this whole morning. 17, wow, to 21. You know, there's just nothing up there to pick up. There's nothing up there to pick up. Let's see what we can pick up with this guy. Putting on an outdoor antenna. I'll have to go and throw a switch. Okay, I'm just going to run and be right back. Okay, didn't need to do that. Switch is already thrown. So the antenna is live now. Let's see if there's anything on it. Getting more sensitive as we go down. So I think the radio is working great. There's nothing to be heard, I believe, right now at this kind of frequency. So we can't be absolutely sure about the sensitivity of the radio, but all those little I think those are actually coming in on the antenna. So I think that's good for the first band, and yeah, don't turn it off with that control. Turn it off with this one. I think that's it for today. First band done, rest of them waiting. So we'll deal with that tomorrow. And great. Okay, so thanks a lot for watching. And I'll see if I can't get back to doing daily videos here. Now I'm going outside because I think the sun is going to come out again today. Fantastic.